What's good, everyone? Welcome to Goons in a Room. It's your boy CK, also known as Ghost on the internet, and I'm with my best bud, Elijah.
He finally fucking admits it. Hello, everyone.
As you all know, I did miss an episode last week. I know Elijah didn't, but I did. I kind of dropped the ball there. I'm sorry.
I was ready. I was here. I was present. I was talking. It was a great episode. You guys missed out.
So, about that, we decided to take a week to try and rein things in and figure out what exactly we're doing with the channel right now, as opposed to what we want to do in the future. Where we were kind of like looking at it as all the things we wanted to do, but we weren't being really realistic about what we can do right now. And we've kind of shifted focus for our content. We're still going to do Let's Plays. They're not going to be as many. We're going to focus more on stuff like tier lists and reviews as your more regular content, and then we have quite a few live action stuff lined up.
Yeah, so we're just gonna fucking shovel content into your guys' mouths.
But we didn't want to shovel a bunch of Let's Play shit in your face, because if you want to watch Let's Plays, you can just come over to my channel and watch my VODs, or actually come over to my streams, because I'm like live almost every day.
Twitch.tv/ghost, pretty sure.
Yep. It's spelled stupid. It's spelled like an edgy gamer, GH0ZT3. I'm live, usually or in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time.
This nigga got an Xbox Live gamer tag. Anyway, yeah, go check all that out. We're not going to be doing a lot of Let's Plays, though. Maybe some, not a lot, though.
Just really funny games that I don't think we could pass up. Like, we are going to play a game called Bad Mojo. And I'm sure none of you know what that is, because it came out in 1996.
I feel like you've brought it up to me, but that's literally all I know. You just came up to me and you were like, "You know what Bad Mojo is?" I was like, "No." And you were like, and then you walked away.
So
your weird little giggle that you do. Yep, and then you walked away.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a game where you play as a cockroach, or you get transformed into a cockroach, and then you play the entire game as a cockroach.
What is this?
It's like a point-and-click puzzle game.
Is this Kafka-esque? Is this Kafka?
It is. It is.
Metamorphosis?
If we watch the trailer, you're going to get really disturbed by the Animorph-esque fucking transformation.
Probably, because it's a... I mean, I would be disturbed regardless, because cockroaches are disgusting and disturbing. Gross little
You turn into
creatures.
an American roach. You know American roaches don't carry diseases.
I don't give a fuck if you're American. You could be goddamn Mexican cockroach. I don't want you. I don't need you.
But yeah, no, actually the big cockroaches that we get around here pretty often, like the ones that are all over the place, they're just, that's why they call them like water bugs or palmetto bugs, because they're cockroaches, but they're not the kind that, they don't even eat like food. They eat detritus and like glue. They love to eat glue.
Why glue? Glue doesn't even occur in nature, I don't think, does it?
What do you think glue is made out of, Elijah?
Horses?
So are horses naturally occurring in nature?
So do American roaches eat horses?
I'm sure they eat decomposing horses.
Oh my god, this is making my stomach turn. Okay, Bad Mojo plays a cockroach. I'm ready to move on.
It'll be fun.
This is fucking gross, dude.
So we got all that shit out of the way. Sorry we missed a week. I just didn't want to keep shoveling out shit, because that last episode really kind of turned me off. I
don't even remember what happened last episode, I'll be honest with you.
The episode was funny. It was just short and rushed because...
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was out of our control, though. I'm not going to go too much into it. You already know how I feel. But
yeah. Listen to the last episode if you want to know how we feel.
Oh, we went in. Anywho, today's episode... Special episode. I feel it. I have that energy right now.
You know what? It is a special episode because it's a return to form. We're coming back. We got stuff to talk about. We're in a good mood. I'm running on 1 hour of sleep.
And we're not recording the day before.
No. And we're never going to do that again unless
oh my God.
Something bad really happens. So yeah, back to regular Monday uploads.
All the time, dude. Bad things are happening all the time.
So, as you know, I am taking a trip at the end of October.
Yes.
And after we record this podcast, I actually have to go get my first vaccination shot in order to go to this convention.
Yes.
So I had just I didn't really want to get vaccinated. I mean, I don't know how much backlash I'm going to get for putting that out there. But it's not even like a conspiracy thing. I'm not afraid of needles. It's just, I didn't want to. So,
just lazy and procrastinating.
Yes, you can call me these things because it is true. I mean, essentially what it boiled down to is I don't get my flu vaccine every year. And that's kind of how I view this.
Are we supposed to do that every year?
Yeah.
Dude, I got my flu vaccines I've only had 2, and the last one I got was in 7th grade.
Yeah, so the reason for that is because the flu mutates rapidly. So the strain that you have antibodies for isn't the one, when you get sick again, you're not going to get the same exact strain, so the same exact antibodies don't work.
Bro, when the fuck was anyone going to tell me that you're supposed to do this shit every year?
I'm pretty sure... I would argue that it's common knowledge, but there are people
Well, it's not to
think,
me. Not as common as you think, I suppose.
Well, I was going to say...
I would have been on top of this shit.
I can't really use the common knowledge argument because there's people who think vaccines are bad for you.
People who think Jim Carrey's wife, or if they're still married, I don't know, thinks that vaccines cause autism.
That's... I'm not even going to get into that. It's stupid.
Oh my god,
I'm not going to
get into how stupid that is?
All right, let's talk about vaccination, but specifically anti-vaxxers. Because, look, guys, I'm not going to tell you what to do.
I will. Vaccinate your children.
Oh,
unless you want them to die early, in which case, by all means.
Well, what I'm saying is I'm not telling you to, get the vaccine, but I do, I think vaccination's important, because there are a lot of diseases, even chickenpox. You could prevent shingles later on in life if you do that properly.
I would prefer if everyone got their COVID vaccine. I would like to, go outside again. That'd be really dope.
Well, we're gonna get flagged for fucking misinformation and COVID shit again.
Oh, but bleep out the C word. Bleep it out.
Yeah. So I'll make it a funny noise every time we bring it up. So this new variant we have kind of resists the current vaccine because like the flu, this is a rapidly mutating influenza virus of a sort. So it does the same thing other flu viruses do, where it rapidly mutates and becomes a different recognized virus to your body. So that's why we're having this second wave.
So what I'm hearing is we're never going outside again.
Well, what you're hearing is that this virus isn't going away. It's just a new flu, essentially. It's more complicated than that. I'm dumbing it down a lot. So
what you're saying is we're stuck inside forever. This is what I'm gathering.
Probably not in America, because people here are going to do whatever they want anyways.
What you're telling me is I got to wear a mask for the rest of my fucking life. I mean,
I wouldn't even...
Low-key, though, I'm just, as a little side note, I kind of like wearing a mask. I'm not going to lie to you.
Me too, dude. I'm not even for the safety thing. I just people don't fucking look at me. I'm bald. I've been bald my entire cognizant life.
Wait. You're bald, dude?
Yeah, that's why I wear a hat, so that way no one can tell. That's not true. I don't wear hats.
Ever.
Typically.
I don't think I've ever seen you wear a hat, actually.
You saw me wear my beanie, the one
one time
based my character off of, and you said I looked like a school shooter.
Yeah, you did.
So that was cool. That really boosted my confidence.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I still wear it. It's a rad-ass hat. Fuck you.
It's whatever. I mean, it's a cool hat, but, But no, I like wearing masks because I think it makes me look cuter. I'm not going to lie. I look kind of cute in a mask. And, I'm not even trying to impress anybody necessarily. I'm not trying to attract anyone. I think I've made my feelings very clear. I'm a one woman kind of man. But it's a nice.
You got it right this time.
Yeah, fuck off. I was hoping you wouldn't remember. But I like the confidence boost the mask gives me. As weird as that sounds. I look at myself in the mirror at work, and I'll see myself wearing a mask, and I'll be like, "You look good today. You
It's the exact opposite for me. The mask kind of helps me blend in. People don't really pay attention to me as much, and I appreciate that because, funny story, this actually happened recently, but I was at the store, and I was just doing my grocery shopping, and there was this Asian couple with their 2 kids, and the kid, I was walking down, it doesn't really matter, but I was walking down an aisle, right behind them, and there was a little girl and a little boy, and the girl turned around and she saw me, and her eyes went so fucking wide. Like, there's a racist joke in there somewhere, but I'm not gonna make it.
Please don't.
But she looked over to her brother and just shouted, "Hey, look behind you!"
Oh my fucking god, dude.
And I'm just sitting there like, come on, I'm just trying to do my shopping. And her parents, they turn and look at me, and they turn and look at their kids, and they just let them keep doing it.
Children are fucking evil, dude. Why are kids so evil?
They just keep standing there staring at me like they've never seen a fucking bald person before. Like, oh, I'm sorry, is your grandma still overseas?
Damn. Not all old Asian women are bald.
I meant to say grandpa, it's just...
Oh. Yeah. Look at you mixing up the genders this time. You see, but we don't get to make fun of you because you didn't call yourself a woman. Whatever.
No, you can't make fun of me because I'm protected under so many different
I was gonna say,
social
white
cues.
Man,
no, you can make fun of me for being white. No, all those things you can make fun of me for, but I'm bald, so it's kind of like a disability.
Anyway, we were talking about old people, Asian people.
That I think that I about covered it. They were just these kids were staring at me and pointing, and they just kept doing it throughout the store. If I ran into them again, they would sit. they would point at me.
I like to believe that they were following you. Like the parents were like trying to literally just give their kids literally anything else to do aside from bug them. So they saw you the first time and they were like, oh, that bald guy's seeming to keep them quiet and entertained. Maybe we could just follow him around the store and get our business done and get out of here.
That's one way to do it. I'm glad I was able to babysit your kids for you.
Yeah, look at that, turning a disability into a positive. That's what life is all about, dude.
So should I collect my check from them or the government?
I think that's not my problem. You ain't taking my money, so I ain't worried about it.
So yeah, back to what I was talking about before, and it's still like a public area. I'm getting my first shot today for AWA, and I know you and I have talked about this a couple of times, but it's Anime Weekend Atlanta. It's like the biggest convention on this side of the country for anime, and it was canceled last year, but they opened it up, and I'm excited to spend the last 4 days of October over there.
I mean, it sounds dope.
Actually, I do cosplay. I'm probably gonna do I don't know if have you watched My Hero, or you know enough about it, right?
I know a solid little. I think I watched the first 20 episodes or so.
Do you know who Dobby is?
Off the top of my head, no.
He looks really edgy with staples on his face and hands.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I've done him 2 years in a row. It looks really good. It's super easy for me because I just do a lot of a lot of horror makeup. Mm-hmm. I shit you not. I had so much liquid latex on me to make it look like my skin was burnt and peeling. I probably had 5 extra pounds on me.
Jesus Christ.
But it looked good. It looked really good.
You're gonna have to show me some pictures sometime, man. I've literally I've only gone based off of what you've told me. I haven't seen anything that you've done yet. So
speaking of which, I know we talked about this last episode, how I wanted to try and do some more experimental cosplays and just kind of use that as a way to kind of put us on the map just for fun.
For funsies, yeah.
I have come up with a really good idea because it combines two things I've wanted to do. I'm sure you're aware that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
I want to try and raise some money for that.
Ooh, I like that. I like that idea.
And the way I'm going to do that is I'll stream, and I'm going to set a goal. I don't know what it is yet. I have to kind of think about that because I'm not really known, but my idea is all through October, I'll stream and try and raise money. And if I hit my goal, I will do a 24-hour stream where I'm not sure what game I'll play or anything, but the idea is I'll do a 02 cosplay since she's pink.
Hell the fuck yeah, dude. I was gonna say a 24-hour stream. I feel like my voice just got deeper out of nowhere. I don't know if I've been talking like this the entire time, and it feels weird. Anyway, I was gonna recommend the idea for us to do a 24-hour stream, and by us, I do mean I would like to be there for the 24-hour stream.
Are you gonna be uncomfortable sitting next to me like that
in cosplay?
Yeah, because I'm gonna have I'm gonna go the full 9.
Is touching allowed?
No.
Okay, well then I don't see the point of being there anymore.
Okay, It's just as long, we got
Why
that out of the
even
way.
be there, dude? If I'm gonna miss the best part of being there in person, why even show up? You know what I mean? Whatever. I'm over it.
Yeah, I just thought that would be a really good idea.
Yeah, it'd be really dope though. I love charity, so
yeah.
I think everyone loves charity. I should probably go ahead and say that so I don't look like I'm trying to be special. I think everyone does or should love charity, but yeah, I think
More
that'd be a
details
really
on
good
that
idea.
later.
Hell the fuck yeah, we got a whole month to plan, so fuck it.
And that kind of ties back. I am starting streaming. I just got a new green screen and a new desk. Everything is set up, ready to go. So more than likely, if you guys check around the time this is uploaded, by the time you finish this episode, I should be live. I usually stream.
Yeah, boy.
I try and stream around like anywhere from 10 to noon is my start time. Eastern Standard Time, of course, and then I usually finish around 2 or until I'm tired. It just, like, I do little short streams, and I'm trying to do them as often as possible, just as a way to wind down and play video games.
Hell yeah. Well, turn the fuck up then.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I've got planned out as far as the channel goes right now. But we both started a little side project of our own that have nothing to do with each other. They just happen to be the same thing.
Literally.
And I'm gonna be honest, when you told me you were doing this, I was a little upset because I was already doing that.
What you mean, bro? What do you mean?
So I'm writing a lo-fi album.
Oh shit! I thought you were talking. Never mind. We'll save that for when we get Andre on, because I thought you were talking about. Never mind. Yeah, I mean, okay. Go ahead. Talk about your lo-fi album.
It's called Mangaka, and it's all about how I'm not good enough to be a mangaka artist, so I have to settle for making shitty lo-fi.
That is a very specific concept for an album, but fuck it. I mean, go for it.
See, that's the thing, though, is like all it is that feeling of inadequacy. Like the fact that I have to kind of like settle for what I can do instead of what I want to do.
I feel you.
And like all the songs are going to be like themed after like anime tropes or like stories. Like the one I'm writing, the one you heard a little soundbite of is Uzumaki, and that one's gonna go hard.
Yeah, I mean, I already like what you've sent me. Literally, once you play it on a live instrument, it's gonna sound great. And I like the idea of making an album about that feeling. I really like that. I like it so much that I might steal it, actually.
Okay, but you have to call yours something like, it has to be some sort of spin-off of Certified Lover Boy.
Dude, I need to listen to that album. I need to listen to it. I need to listen to that. I need to listen to the new I've been so fucking depressed that I can't listen to new music anymore. But like once I'm not anymore, Kanye and Drake are on the top of that list, dude. I'm so fucking excited.
So have you seen, I know this is probably old news by now, which is kind of sad, but have you seen the cover art for Certified Lover Boy?
Yeah, with all the pregnant women emojis.
Yeah, you know the artist who did that?
No.
His name is Damien Hirst. He's a shitbag.
I don't know anything about him.
Essentially, he's just like, he is the richest modern artist in the world right now, or the richest artist in the world. And what he does is he just does shit like that, where he just takes like patterns and just copy pastes them over and over and over again and sells them for an exorbitant amount of money. But I mean, I don't know too much more about him. I typically stay away from the modern art scene. It's not really my thing. I just know of him because he's so fucking famous.
I got you. I was going to say, the cover art for that album isn't even all that great. You're telling me Drake potentially paid top dollar for that shit?
I imagine Drake paid well over $1 million for that.
Because it's just...
Yeah.
It's literally just iPhone emojis, bro.
Yeah. No, that's pretty much the standard for this dude.
What the fuck? Well, shit, sign me up. Call me a modern artist. I'm gonna start doing shit like that.
I'm actually, speaking of art, I just feel like, man, everything is just a launching pad for me. I'm doing so much shit, I'm probably gonna end up dying before I finish anything.
Jesus, okay.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Jacking off is all I know.
I'm working on this YouTube channel. I'm working on my lo-fi album, and that's already a lot. Like, the lo-fi album I just do for fun in my spare time. I don't have a release date planned out. I don't have anything. I'm just going to do it all independently. It's mostly for me. I just want to share it with everyone else.
Got you.
But the YouTube channel eats up a lot of my time. I'm also committing myself to drawing Grasp. I'm going to commit to doing at least one page a week. So I don't know. I'm probably going to try and publish it on Webtoons. I'm not really sure how that's going to work out, but I'm excited to start working on that. I have the perfect intro written out, so I have at least the first chapter or so super structured and ready to go.
Turn the fuck up, dude. Okay. Homeboy said he's working.
Like every day, I rotate between learning about art. So I follow, I'm taking art classes online, and I follow a bunch of art channels that I take lessons from and practice with. And then the next day, I'll watch a bunch of tutorials on FL Studio and different VSTs. And then I'll use the third day, because I rotate every day I rotate between one of three things I want to learn. And I learn like video editing skills and audio editing skills. So I am pretty much ground to the bone in terms of what I can accomplish.
Yeah, it seems like you're really fucking stretching yourself thin. I get you though. Like, between doing this and all like the content we have for the channel, I'm also still working on music, obviously. I have a little side project that me and Andre are going to be working on. And
I'm excited for that.
Oh, dude, it's going to be so much fun. I don't want to talk too much about it, because I want Andre on here to help promote it. But yeah, dude, it's going to be so much fun. I do want Andre here to help promote it, because like, I want to say it's not 100% my idea, but it kind of is, because I was the one who was like, hey, we should do this. And he was like, yeah. But he's going to play a huge part in it, because he knows a lot more about what the topic we're going to be delving into than me. So it's going to be super fun. I'm going to be fucking stressed as fuck doing all of that, plus work, plus I'm going back to school. So
what are you going back to school for?
I'm gonna be doing computer science. I want to get a job in IT.
Oh, so you're trying to get a new job already?
Yeah, because I was doing a lot of thinking, man, and like I am kind of in a mindset of like, I'm ready to, and this is gonna sound really stupid because I'm only 22. I'll be 23 in October, but like, I'm really fucking young. But like, I feel old, and I want to start settling down and like start a family and like be a provider, you know? Like, that's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't do that off of however much, $15.50 an hour, $16, I forgot how much specifically, but I can't do that off of what I'm making right now. Like, it's good money compared to everything else I've done, but if I want to have a kid, you know, and take care of my wife and make sure she's not, because I don't want her to work at all. Like, I want her to be able to relax, or as much relaxation as you can with a kid, right? That's what I want for her. Like, I don't want her to have to worry about any sort of making money. Like, I'm going to take care of all that. So I figured, you know, I weighed my options, and I was thinking about the highest paying jobs, like, you know, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, whatever. I suck at science, wouldn't do well in engineering. I'm good at math, but I hate it. So I was like, why not tech? Why not go into technology? So that's kind of where I'm at.
You should learn scripting or coding so that you can code my video games.
Shit, I mean, I'm taking computer science as like a general degree. I didn't really take anything. What is the specific wording? I didn't take a focus in my degree. I'm taking just general computer science. So, I mean, if the class comes up and I can take it, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, because I'm actually, this is another side project that I'm just working on in my free time. Just like whenever I get an idea, I'll write it down. I am making a video game. It's going to be like an Otome game. It's not going to be anything super like complicated or anything.
We have so many fucking projects, dude. I'm like, low-key just thinking about it right now is stressing me the fuck out. Like, I
still have one more announcement, so like...
Oh my god!
This is just the episode where I just talk about all the shit I have planned.
My head hurts!
I want to make a short horror film.
Oh, you've told me about that. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Nothing that's catching me out of left field.
But I already have most of that idea written down, so it's not even like I'm working on it. I just need to actually script it, and then we just need to shoot it after we find a location, which will be rather difficult.
Dude, I could like totally be the comic relief character in your movie if you want.
It's a short film, very short.
I could totally be the comic relief in the movie if you want.
So, we can kill you, and that can be funny.
I could do this whole thing where like, it's the start of the movie, and like the main character's like, hey guys, let's go spend the night in the haunted house or whatever the fuck. And I could just, you know, whatever. It's your vision. I'm not gonna give too much input. I'm just saying I could do I'm a great actor. That's all I'm saying.
Well, just a loose premise. It's about a serial killer who doesn't even know he's a serial killer.
Word. Okay.
It's like, I don't know if I want it to be where he kills people on accident, and it's like he kills them in a way he doesn't realize, like he can't immediately notice they're gonna die. Like maybe it's like a poison or something. Or I just want him to have like split personality, like dissociative identity disorder, where he just goes fucking ballistic at a certain trigger, and then when he comes back to, he can't really realize it. And I want to be really like artsy with it, so whenever he's in a certain mind or mood set, or he like this personality is what's prevalent, he'll wear different colors. That way you can kind of tell who you're dealing with, and that'll play into the end because it's gonna be good. I have a good idea for it. And then I also have like a bunch of like monster concepts for my little like cryptid universe. I think, did we talk about that?
Yeah,
I think we did.
You told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Grabber Nasty and the Underbunch.
Yeah, I remember the Grabber Nasty off the top of my head.
Yeah, I feel like those could also be good short films. So, like I said, that's just another one of those things I'm working on the side. So the only things I'm like actively working on every single day is the channel and the Grasp.
Shit, get that shit, man. Get it.
Yes. I feel like I need to get Grasp out. It needs to stop sitting on my desk and in my head.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's going to happen until you start really working on that shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So, unless you have any more projects you want to announce and you would just want to overload the audience.
Fuck no. If I did anything more, I think I'd probably collapse and die, and I don't have time to die. I'm too busy. I don't think I'm going to be doing much else in terms of projects. I am already mentally exhausted at the thought of everything I need to do. So I think I'm gonna settle down on everything for now. I kind of just want to focus on basic stuff, like being happy would be a great start. I think I could start with that, and then just kind of see what goes from there.
Just do what I do and pretend to be happy until you can't stop pretending and you don't know the difference anymore.
That sounds terrifying. Why would I want that?
That works for me. I'm the saddest happy-go-lucky person you've ever met.
Dude, at one
point...
That's
a damn lie.
At one point, I just used to be happy-go-lucky. That was just like, full stop. That was it, you know? And I kind of...
Oh my god. I love when the goons in a room talk about how sad they are.
Y'all are gonna have to get used to this. I live in a perpetual state of like being upset.
Do you live in a constant state of pain and misery?
So you're not gonna sit here and sing Pink Guy to me, dude. You're not gonna do that.
I kind of want to.
Nah, you don't got to.
Fried noodles is so good.
Speaking of Pink Guy, though, I was on Spotify and I caught my little sister listening to Pink Guy, and
oh shit!
Not gonna lie, kind of a proud Big Brother moment. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly. Like, if my brother is like, have you ever listened to, like, Oliver Tree or Pink Guy? And like, yep, you're my brother.
Sounds about right. Like, literally, I don't even, like, get to talk to my little sister that often because I work overnights, and she's still in high school. So, like, complete opposite schedules. She also lives in a different state than I do. So, I don't really get to talk to her, but very proud of her. Very, very proud of her. Anywho... Yeah, man, this is just something you guys got to get used to. We're both very sad people, and we're working on it. Believe you me, I am trying so fucking hard right now. It's just not easy. It's not fucking easy.
No. So, I have a funny story.
Oh, boy.
Do you have a funny story?
Let's hear your story, and then I'm sure I could think of something that relates to it.
All right, so I'm pretty sure I haven't told this story, but I might have told you. I'm going to tell the story of how I met my girlfriend.
Oh, man, because now I got to tell my story, and I'm going to get emotional. Fuck
well,
it,
my
ahead.
story's funny. You don't have to tell your story if it's not funny.
I'm telling my story regardless, all right?
It better be interesting.
It's pretty interesting, I would say.
Okay. Is it as interesting as mine?
Well, I haven't fucking heard it yet. Now have I?
So, I started a new job. I'm not going to say where because it's pretty embarrassing, but... I started, it was right after high school. It was the highest paying job I could get.
Were you stripping?
Right. No, I was cooking.
Why is that embarrassing?
It was at Waffle House.
That's not embarrassing. I love Waffle House. I
don't like being, I don't like cooking.
I die by Waffle House, dude. Fuck all that.
Anywho.
Go ahead.
So I went to my first day of training, which was at a different location than the one I was actually going to be working at. And I met my girlfriend, who at the time had a boyfriend and was very shy and, I'm just gonna call it like it is. She was kind of cringy. She was cute though, so like I talked to her and I was nice to her.
Not based, very cringe.
So I think we talked about anime, and that was how we started being friends. And then it just so happened that we were going to work at the same store after training. So we both work overnights. Like, I've almost always worked overnights. It's godly. I love the nighttime. I love being left alone.
I feel you.
And so, we were in a store that was 24, or it was not a store. We were in a restaurant that was 24 hours. We started talking, and eventually she told me that her boyfriend had given her permission to seek pleasure outside of the relationship.
Oh, fuck me.
And I was a little apprehensive. I'm not gonna lie, because she was cute, but that's kind of weird, messing with someone else's girl.
A tad bit, yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna be honest. The last time I had gotten laid was before a really bad breakup, and even then it wasn't all that great. So I was apprehensive, but eventually it just kind of happened. So one day she came over after work, because she would hang out with me, and because I could walk to work, so she would come walk home with me, and we just hang out, watch anime or some bullshit. And one day, I put on the moves. I'm like, yo, you want to go over here and you want to massage? So she is so fucking embarrassed to, she won't even look at me, which is kind of funny. It's almost like she has a bag over her head, but she doesn't. And I know she's listening to me tell this story right now, and she's getting embarrassed as hell and probably getting mad at all the details I mix up.
I know everything now. You can't stop me. I know everything.
So this is the funniest part of her boyfriend was not, let's just say he wasn't Johnny Sins.
Damn.
And so we start, and she's like, I'm like, are you okay? I'm constantly making sure she's okay. And then I can't remember the exact phrasing, but it ended up being okay, are you ready for the rest? Is what I said, something like that. And she just looks at me, is like, there's more? And I almost laughed right then and there. I'm not even gonna lie, because I was only halfway, and she's like, that's it, right? Nah.
Damn.
So that happens, and she gets a little more comfortable with me. We don't really do it all that often, but eventually it comes down to her boyfriend's yeah, not with him, right? So I've been alienated.
Damn.
And so it's complicated a little bit, but inevitably they split.
Damn.
And I'm not I don't immediately swoop in come here. It's more I'm helping her kind of get through it, because it was a long relationship, and she was my friend, and even sex aside, I still cared about her.
That's sweet.
So we eventually we're still talking and just being very casual after all that happened. And then she starts acting really weird. So I'm like, all right, she caught feelings. And at first I wasn't really sure if I was gonna go through with it, because I was still living with my parents and I didn't really know what I was doing with my life. But she made me happy, so. And I was like, you know what, I kind of got the feelings too. I just didn't want to admit it.
Oh.
So we ended up getting together, and this was she broke up with her boyfriend around Christmas, on Christmas, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty fucking tragic, but
honestly,
it needed to happen. She was pushing it off. That's why it happened on Christmas. And so that whole debacle happened, and ever since it's just been it's not, we're not even the same people anymore.
I feel you. Yeah, man.
And that was only 2 years ago.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it kind of coincides with my story, but
yeah, we both kind of started a relationship. But yeah, I basically to TLDR, I cucked her boyfriend.
Damn, Goons in a Room gone sexual.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a Chad. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Well, goddamn. Well, I gotta tell my story, because dude, I love telling this story. It always makes me really happy. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna keep it a little bit more PG, because nothing really happened between me and her for a little while. So
the only reason I even mentioned the sex was because the whole "that's not it" bit is, I thought, was really funny. Yeah, I guess you didn't.
Got you. No, it was funny. I found the "are you ready for the rest" part a little bit funnier. then
I'm a funny man. That's how I cope.
Bit of a funny man, bit of a little joker. Okay, so
My father.
I'm a lot like Joker from the movie Joker.
Okay. Go on.
So here's my story. I'm already smiling, like just thinking about it, because this is the part where the audience is gonna be like, "Nah," or "Shut the fuck up, you're being all sappy." Either way, I don't really give a fuck. I'm gonna tell the story.
Shut the fuck up, you're being all sappy.
So, rewind 2 years ago, right? I had just come off of a relationship. It wasn't that bad because I wasn't really into the girl I was seeing at the time anyway, and I wanted to break up with her in general, because like me and her weren't very we didn't have a lot in common. Like we played this one video game together, and like that was it. You know, that's kind of all we had in common. So me and her broke up, and I was kind of in a mood where I was like, you know what, I just kind of want to do my thing on my own. You know, I'm not even sure if I want a relationship anymore. Like, I could spend the rest of my life single, and I could be chilling, right? Like, I was ready to give up on relationships completely.
I feel that.
But I sat down with myself, and I was like, you know what, Elijah? 5 more chances. We're gonna go on Tinder. We're gonna date 5 more girls. See how it goes, and if it doesn't work out after the 5th one, fuck it, you're done.
You're gay now.
Yeah. Damn. No. Now, I was like, after the 5th one,
I thought that's where you're going with that.
Fuck no. After the 5th one, Elijah, you're done with relationships, and that's cool. Like, I wasn't even sad about it. I was like, that's just kind of how it is, and I'm cool. So I go on Tinder. You know, I start matching. Blah blah blah. First girl I start talking to, not gonna lie, she was kind of boring. We never even met in person. Just straight up.
Yeah, I feel like I've never really done online dating, but I have talked to people who just cannot carry a conversation over text.
Yeah, and it's so fucking boring. It's like, I'm trying so hard to make the conversation interesting, and if you're just dry, there's nothing I can do about that. So, first girl, boring, dry, we didn't meet up. Second girl, she literally only hit me up because I put that, like, at the time I was selling weed, you know, and I was like, oh, you know, if you think I'm cute, swipe right, and I could hook you up, blah blah blah. It was some stupid corny shit, you know, like, whatever, Who cares?
She was just trying to get free weed.
Literally, like, I thought she was into me for a second because me and her had a nice conversation. I was like, oh, she's kind of cool. So I ended up picking her up. We smoked together. It was a cool time. And then after she got high, she was just so fucking annoying. And like, when I smoke and like I'm like
chilling. You know, I'm trying to chill.
I'm in my zone. Don't bother me. And she was bothering me so bad. that already in my brain, I was like, I don't want to talk to her after this. And then you know, and other stuff was happening, and I don't want to put her on blast because she was a nice girl. She was just annoying. I'm not gonna put her on blast. So after that night, we called it a day. I went home, never texted her again. Third girl. I'm going through Tinder, and I see this cute, short little redhead girl. She's got this black beanie on in her first picture, and I'm like, dude, she is so fucking cute. Like, she's beautiful. Like, I gotta talk to her. So on Tinder, just in case you've never been there or anybody listening has never been there,
nope.
When you set up your bio, a lot of, at least from my experience, a lot of girls will just put their Snapchat in their bio and like leave it, and that'll be that. And normally when I would see that, I would just kind of ignore it because I would be like, it's kind of weird to, you know, add somebody.
Kind of lazy.
Yeah, it's weird to add somebody on Snapchat when you don't know them, right? But with her, I was like, I gotta take a chance, you know? There's a chance that she won't even see me because it's saying that she lives 90 miles away. So if her radius is set too small, she'll never see me. This is my one opportunity. Take it, Elijah. So I was like, fuck it. Shoot or shoot. So I send her a friend request on Snap. She adds me back almost immediately, bro. And at this point, I'm panicking. I'm like, oh my fucking God.
It's a bot.
I was like, ooh, shit. What do I do? I was sitting. I remember it clear as day. I was sitting on my bed. I was on the edge of my bed. And I was like, I got to think of something clever to say. With a girl like this, you can't just hit her up and be like, hey, you're really pretty. You know, like with a girl.
No, you got to be cool.
With a girl that's that pretty, she hears that shit all the time. So you got to come correct, you know? So
I do know.
So I sat in my bed and I was like, what's the best way I can get her to respond to me? And I was like, I found it. And I had thought that I came up with this pickup line, but later on, while dating her, she said that she saw it on the internet, and I was like, I didn't think that was a thing. I thought I was being clever. But whatever. I come up with this really cool pickup line that I thought was original in my head. And I text her, and I'm like, hey, I know we don't really know each other, but do you mind if I ask you a question real quick? And again, almost immediately, she opens it and she responds, and she's like, haha, yeah, what's up? And I was like, okay, so, how'd it go? Oh my God, it was so good.
I hope it's good, because this is like the setup for something really cringy.
You might think it's kind of cringe, because looking back on it, I think it's cringe, but like it got me to where I wanted to be, so I love it. So I text her and I'm like, hey, so you know how people say that nothing lasts forever, right? And she was like, yeah, why? And I was like, okay, so if nothing lasts forever, I was wondering, do you want to be my nothing? So I was like, I want us to last forever, smooth type shit. That's what I was thinking in my head. Looking back, it's kind of corny, but it fucking worked. She was like,
you were getting a physical reaction out of me right now.
Dude, but it worked though. And she was like, oh, that's really cute. Send me a picture of yourself. So, like, I know what you look like. And immediately I get nervous again.
Because, like, oh, fuck, I'm ugly.
Yeah, because at that point in my life, and still kind of now, I was, like, really insecure about how I look. She helped me through that. She's made me feel like a beautiful man. But before meeting her, I did not like the way I looked. So I sent her the absolute best picture I could come up with for myself. And she saves it in the chat. And she's like, oh wow, you're really cute. And I was like, oh, for real? So me and her talk on Snapchat for a couple days, like 2 or 3 days at most.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually I was like, I gotta move up, like next step, come on, let's go, hurry it up. So I was like, hey, we've been talking on Snap for a while, do you mind if I get your actual number, so like we could like call on the phone, so you know what I sound like, I know what you sound like, blah blah blah. And she gives me her phone number, and she's like, yeah, just call me whenever you want. And I was a food delivery boy at the time. So I was like, I'm literally finishing my last order right now. And right after I get off of work, I'll call you. And she was like, okay, cool. And like my heart is fucking jumping. I'm going crazy in my car. Like I'm hype as fuck, dude. So I do this order as fast as humanly possible. Like I am bobbing and weaving through traffic. I'm speeding. I'm like, I need to get home so I can talk to this girl. So I get home, I call her, as like literally like as I open my front door. I would even close my front door before I start calling this girl. And she picks up the phone and she's like, hey. And I was like, hey, it's Elijah from Snapchat. What's up? I just got off of work. And she was like, oh, nothing. I'm just, dog sitting right now, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, cool, blah, blah, blah. And we just kind of spark a conversation. And she starts talking about like how her and some dude she knew were like trying to start like this elderly care type thing. And I was like, oh my God, she's pretty and she's sweet. Oh my God. She loves dogs and old people. Holy fuck. And we just talk and everything's going great. Our energy is matching perfectly. And out of nowhere, she's like, hey, I'm alone dog sitting right now. Do you want to come over? And I was like, oh my God. And I get nervous again. Like every time I start to get comfortable with her in the best possible way, she finds a way to make me nervous again. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm on my way right now. Just send me the address. I'm coming. So she sends me the address. I drive like an hour and a half to go see this girl. Like I'm all in right now. I'm laying it all on the line. So I'm driving, and on the way there, I'm getting like really nervous because like she's really pretty. I'm meeting her for the first time. And also in my head, I start thinking like kind of like what you said earlier about her being a bot. I started thinking about it, and I was like, there's no way this isn't a setup. Like me and her were on FaceTime, so I got to see that she was a real person, like face to face. But in my head, I was like, this is a fucking setup. Like, she's way too pretty. She's out of my fucking league. She's inviting me to come see her the first day we talk on the phone. I'm going to get there. 2 dudes are going to pop out of the bushes, and I'm going to get fucking robbed. There's no possible way, dude. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. All or nothing. So I keep driving there. And eventually I get there. And I pull up to the house. And I get out. As soon as I get there, she's waiting outside for me. And I'm like, oh my God, there she is. She's really fucking pretty. I'm freaking out. And like, I'm just kind of sitting in my car trying to like collect myself. I'm shaking. I'm sitting in my car. She's looking at me sitting in my car. And I'm like trying to hype myself up. I'm like, dude, stop being a bitch. Just get out of the car and go say hey to her. So I work up the nerve. I get out of the car. I'm like, hey, good to see you. You're way prettier in person. Like, what the fuck? How is that possible? And she's like, oh, stop, blah, blah, blah. And I go in for a hug, and I hug her, and I'm like, this is the best I've felt in a long time. Possibly ever. And she's like, hey, come inside. It's cold. Because this is around Christmas time, actually. This is like 2 days before Christmas.
No way, dude.
Yeah. Me and her met each other for the first time 2 days before Christmas. So I go inside and, we start talking. And, like, I'm super fucking stiff. And, like, I'm trying to make sure I don't say anything stupid because I'm trying not to fuck it up.
We're talking about your posture, right?
Yeah. Like, my arms, I had them sit on, like, laying on the couch. Like, my palms were on the couch. And my elbows were fucking locked, dude. Like, I was that nervous to the point where, like, my arms were fucking locked stiff.
Damn, dude.
I was fucking, oh my God. I just didn't want to fuck it up, So me and her start talking, and, like, it's going really good. She's like, she notices I'm nervous, and she's like, you can relax. Like, you're doing fine. You can loosen up. And I was like, whew, okay. And, like, I start loosening up. And me and her talk for, like, what feels like hours. We start opening up to each other. We start talking about, like, really deep personal stuff. Like, the first night we meet each other in person. And it felt really good because, like, I felt like immediately, like, I felt like I could trust her, Like, it was such a beautiful feeling. And she just out of nowhere, like, kicks her feet up and, like, puts them on my legs. That in my head, I was like, holy fuck. She's comfortable with me just like I'm comfortable with her. This is perfect. And she stops herself for a second. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know if, like, you're okay with that. And I was like, no, like, please, by all means, keep them up here. Like, it's making me feel more comfortable. Like, believe me.
Elijah's over here like, no, step on me.
You know what I'm about. Nobody here should be shocked. You know what I'm about. Anyway, we just hang out and we talk. And she stands up and she's like, hey, I got to go grab my jacket from the master bedroom. And I was like, okay. And I just sit there and she's like standing and looking at me.
Oh my God, Elijah.
And in my head, I'm like, what is she? And it takes me a second. I'm like, oh, you want me to get up too? Okay. Yeah. So I stand up and she's still like staring at me. And I walk in closer and she's not moving and she's just kind of looking at me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm slowly starting to put the pieces of the puzzle together. But I'm like scared because like I know what I have to do. I just don't know if I have the courage to do it. And
you fucking did it.
I just put my big boy pants on. I close my eyes. And
no, you're supposed to take the pants off, Elijah.
Stop it. None of that happened that night. I close my eyes. I lean in my head painfully slow. And I kiss her. And oh my fuck it. Like, I'm like actually getting emotional right now thinking about it. Like, holy fuck. I kiss her. And I remember at that moment, the same way that like when I got there and I hugged her, I felt like so happy. When I kissed her, I was like, this is it, dude. Like at that moment, as much of a simp as it makes me sound, I was like, I'm in love. This is the one. So I kiss her. We go get her jacket and we keep talking for the rest of the night. She's like, hey, it's getting pretty late. I might go to bed. And I was like, oh, like I can just take off, like if you want me to. And she was like, no, you could sleep here. It's just like we just met each other. So like I don't think we should sleep in the same bed. So like you can go in the guest bedroom and sleep there if you want to. And I was like, that's chill too. Like I don't mind not having to drive home. Like shit, I'll take it. So I get in there and I start settling down. 5 minutes later, she knocks on the door and she's like, hey, we just met and I don't know if like you're going to kill me or not. So do you mind if you go home? Like you're not mad if you go home, right? And I was like, oh shit, no, like totally chill. Like you are in the right for feeling that way. I'm not a murderer, but I don't blame you for not knowing that. So I go home and on my way home, I'm texting my friends and I'm like, yo, I'm in love, dude. Like I got it bad. And I got home and she texts me like a couple hours later and I just hadn't gone to sleep. I got home at like 2. She texts me at like 7 in the morning and I respond immediately. And like, I'm just like, yeah, I haven't gone to sleep, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you need to go to sleep. And I'm like, I'm too excited to go to sleep right now. So that was how we met. Just one little off tangent, not really off tangent story, but like this is the funny part. So skip a couple days, me and her hang out on Christmas Eve. Very nice, very fun time. I got her a Polaroid camera for Christmas. Despite meeting her just only 2 days ago, I got her a Polaroid camera. But I got her Polaroid camera and then we don't hang out on Christmas or the day after, but we hang out the day after that. And we're hanging out, just chilling, and we're laying in the bed in the guest bedroom. And, like, I'm making a joke about like, oh, if we ever got into a fight, like I'd beat your ass, you know, like typical corny couple stuff, right? Like, and we're not even a couple yet. I was like, yeah, if we ever got into a fight, I'd beat your ass. And she pulls this whole cutesy like, oh, you would beat me up, and my stupid ass, I hate this so much, but like I don't regret it because again, it got me to where I wanted to be. My stupid ass slipped up, and I was like, no, I wouldn't beat you up. I love you. And like she caught it before I did. Like I was looking at her and her eyes got really big, and then my brain kind of processed what I just said, and I was like, holy fuck.
Oh no.
I am so sorry. I said I love you way too early. My bad. And she's like, no, it's cool. I was just surprised. And for the rest of the night, I was just in my head. I was like, I fucked it up. I ruined it. Way to go, Elijah. You fucked it up. You fucked it up, Elijah. So I ended up going home that night, and I'm just beating myself up the whole fucking ride home. I'm like, why did I do that? It all could have been so simple. Why'd you do that?
This dude put on Radiohead on the way home. That's how bad he was.
Dude,
feeling.
I was crying to Freak by Radiohead. Nah.
Creep?
Creep. This is how, like, all over the place I am right now. But yeah, I said I love you way too early. But, I think either the day after or the day after the next day, me and her went on our first official date, and we went out to eat. We went to see a movie. Before seeing the movie, but after eating, we were sitting in my car, and she was like, hey, before like we take off, I got to tell you something. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, here it comes. She's going to tell me I said I love you too quickly. She's going to tell me she just wants to be friends, and that's going to be that. Way to go, you fucking dumbass. You fucked this one up. And she's like, you know, we've spent the past week talking to each other, and I really like how I love the person you are. Or she doesn't say that. She says, I really like the person you are. I really like your energy, and I have a really good time being around you. And I was like, yep, here it comes. And this is the part where she says, I just want to be friends. And she takes a deep breath, and in my head, I'm like, just get it over with. And she's like,
just destroy me.
I was like, just rip the bandage off. Put me down easy. And she's like, and I think I love you too. And immediately tears start falling from my face. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, is this dead ass? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, holy fuck. Yes. Like, thank God. And that's how we met. And things have been, it's been an adventure. It's definitely been an adventure ever since. And reliving just that first week that me and her knew each other. And I didn't even get to go into detail about everything. But that first week that we knew each other, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Meeting that girl is the best thing that ever happened to me, man. I swear. And I low-key...
That is a sentiment that I can definitely second.
Low-key, I hope she doesn't watch this, because, like, she's gonna say I'm so corny for saying all of this.
Yeah, you're kind of corny, but it's okay. That's part of your charm.
But at the same time, I really do want her to click this video specifically and get to this part. Cause like,
well, I imagine the title's probably going to be related.
Maybe.
I don't know. I never know what the title is until I edit it.
Who knows? But all that to say, I'm in love with that girl, man. She makes me happy.
Me too. Just with my girl.
Yeah, different women, same premise. Got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my story. That's how we met, and I've loved her ever since.
So, and for the audience, what this means for you guys, we haven't really talked to you in here for the last, 30 minutes or so.
So go down in the comments and tell us which story was cuter.
Definitely yours.
Oh, yeah.
But my story was better.
That's why I said what I said specifically.
Yeah, that's why you use that adjective.
Because I like to win, CK.
So how about tell us which story is more entertaining?
Which story did you like the best? Let's make it as much of a blanket statement as possible. Which story did you like the best? Do you like the funny cuck story? Are you more of a haha, that guy got fucking whatever, you know? Are you that guy got wrecked? Are you that type of person, or are you like me? Are you more of a romantic, sentimental type dude? Let us know in the comments down below.
And we spend a lot of time talking about relationships, and I feel like we do that a lot. But
it's just so easy, man. Love is amazing.
You guys in the audience, if you're feeling lonely and you're really struggling to find your soulmate, maybe not Sonichu levels of finding a soulmate, but maybe, you're just having a hard time, you've been down on your luck. There's someone out there for you. You just stop searching for it. Just focus on yourself, be a good person, and when the time comes to be social, just do what comes naturally, as long as it's not like killing someone. Because if that comes naturally, you probably need help. And there's love out there for you, unless your name is Clyde.
Or maybe you're just fucking ugly.